A pleasant day. I am Juan Miguel Ricafrente,
I am Alliya Kim Velasco.
I am Mary Allison Baui.
Paolo, Augustine, o Hibaya.
and today, the researcher will be discussed that focus on the perspective of high school student on the psychological consequences of nomophobia. According to King 2013, nomophobia is the term used to describe the worry, discomfort, and anxiety a person experiences when the smartphone is not around. Within the scope of this study, nomophobia is defined as the fear of not being able to use a smartphone or the services it offers. Nomophobia developed as a problem that developed into compulsive and addictive behavior due to the quick communication and reward provided by smartphones. Nomophobia encourages the emergence of personality disorders, mental illnesses, and issue with happiness, loneliness, and self-worth, particularly in the younger population. According to Zen et al. 2015, children are exposed to tablets, computers, and internet as soon as they preschool, disposing them to nomophobia, which may have an impact on their health and welfare. Excessive use of mobile phone by children has more negative impacts.
According to Miller Oates, Kelly and Durant's 2014, younger generations who own phones believe that these devices were necessary for staying in touch with their parents, friends, and not living without them would be uncomfortable.
According to the study of Bactot D. Danilo B. Globally, the prevalence of nomophobia was 70.76% for moderate cases and 20.81% for severe cases. Primary students and high school students are the ones most likely to be its victims.
According to Mateo 2018, in 2018, the Philippines was defined as the social media capital in the world, and the data shows that adolescence has the highest rate of addiction, ages 10 to 19, mostly among high school students.
Nomophobia shows a clear and significant connection to anxiety, reliance on social media, and internet use. The study aims to deeply understand who will benefit and determine the relevance of our beneficiaries. To our topic, its outcome would be benefits the following. To students, this research will help students to be aware of consequences of nomophobia on their academic performance. Students will concentrate more on their studies, enjoy time with friends, and go out with their families. To parents and guardians, this research may assure the safety of their children regarding the addiction to the phone. This study helps to maintain the healthy mental health of the children and focus parents and guardians on recreational things that will help the children improve and develop without hindrance from the phone.
To teachers, this research may find it easier for the teacher to teach since it lessens phone distraction during class hour. It also helps the teacher to not be problematic with the grades of the students since phones are one of the reasons why students cannot focus on their study.
To school administration, this research may help promote good conduct and quality education, help school administration be more aware of the consequences of nomophobia, and in order to do so, implement rules that will help students lessen the consequences of nomophobia.
To prospective researchers, this research may help future researchers use it as a guide for investigating how the psychological behavior of individuals could be impacted by the consequences of nomophobia through anxiety, stress, and isolation. Future researchers are likely to be more aware of the psychological effects of nomophobia.
This is our research questions. This study aims to determine the consequences of nomophobia on the high school students of St. Francis of Assisi College. Question 1. Do you believe that mobile phones are essential for daily life?
Question 2. What are the potential psychological consequences associated with excessive use of devices or gadgets as perceived by high school students?
Question 3. From the perspective of high school students, what strategies or solutions can be recommended to help individuals reduce excessive gadget usage and mitigate the psychological consequences of nomophobia?
Objectives. This study will determine what are the objective of this research about the perspective of high school students about the psychological consequences of nomophobia. Objective 1. To explore the beliefs and perspectives of individuals regarding the necessity of mobile phones in their daily lives, including the factors influencing these beliefs.
Objective 2. To investigate the perception and insights of high school students concerning the possible psychological consequences of excessive device or gadget usage, and to identify the variety of consequences they associate with such behavior.
Objective number 3, to gather recommendation and insight from high school students on effective strategies and solutions that can be proposed to individuals to reduce excessive gadget usage and address the psychological consequences of nomophobia based on their unique perspectives and experiences. Qualitative research focuses on a variety of approaches and adopts an interpretative naturalistic approach to its subjects. According to Aspers and Corte, 2019, in an iterative process known as a qualitative research, new significance distinction that comes from getting closer to the phenomenon under study are made in order to better comprehend for its scientific community. Phenomenology study aims to express beliefs, emotion, and perception of the audience that they are attempting to study in relation to the subject being studied. This study intends to give researchers interested in phenomenological investigation, particularly an educational setting, a broad framework. Phenomenology, it expressed the inner thoughts toward the study. It aimed to pursue developing in-depth description of the phenomenon and to look for reality in people accounts for the experiences and feeling. Husserl's 2014 goals for phenomenology was record experience in the fundamental source or essence, devoid of interpretation, justification, or theory. The topic is relevant to the research design since it includes the perspective and opinions of selected participants. It is suitable for the study since it needs to gather information that reflects their experiences. Additionally, the research data collection will be done through interviews with 20 high school students with the concern of parents, guardians, relatives, teachers, and school administrators.
Random sampling to make generalizations about participants in the study. This method gives an opportunity or equal chance to express or elaborate their thoughts and opinions. It forbids bias in the research to make it more realistic and express participants' opinions effectively. The researcher used random sampling to examine participants' levels regardless of whether they experience nomophobia. Additionally, it reduces topics bias because we only include participants who are accepted within the study scope and is chosen at random with equal probability.
Data analysis. This study aims to gather all the information, process it, exploring the data, and using it to find patterns and other insight to have more understanding in the study. In vivo coding will be used as a form of qualitative data analysis since it focuses on participants' actual spoken words. In vivo coding helps the researchers attain an in-depth understanding of the topic. Many individuals favor in vivo coding due its value in highlighting the opinions or perspective of participants on the topic and its reliance on the participants themselves for analyzing the data. Furthermore, using the in vivo coding helps researchers to analyze data. The words participants use can have deep meanings in the context, and it can benefit researchers to code the data using those words. Thematic analysis will be used throughout the study by the researchers since it emphasizes identifying, analyzing, and interpreting qualitative data patterns, identifying themes using the methods of qualitative data analysis.
Participants. This study will be conducted at St. Francis of Assisi College, SPAC Bacoor campus. For the convenience of information gathered, a total of 20 students currently enrolled at SPAC Bacoor campus in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 high school students, ages 14 to 18 years old, make up study interviewing. 5 are selected from each section, specifically from Chromium, Magnesium, St. James, and St. Matthew. Those specifically selected participants will provide convenient information and experiences regarding the psychological consequences of nomophobia. Furthermore, high school students are more suitable for the study since high school students are the majority cases of nomophobia, based on the researcher studies. Moreover, this generation is way too focused on their gadgets. The respondents use technology to communicate, play online games, etc. And to the point where respondents forget to play and make a bond with their friends and family without using their cell phones. That's why high school students are the best choice for the researcher study in order to make the respondents realize that there's something else the participants can do without using any gadgets.
Thank you for listening.